Yes, the perfect back, traps, and bicep workout does exist. And in today's video, I'm gonna walk you through my entire workout so you have an actual roadmap to go train today or whenever you use this video. So there's no more guesswork. You're gonna start building your back, your traps, your biceps, and we're even gonna throw in a little bit of rear delts, which we'll show you here in a minute. Let's start with our warm-up. I've already walked on the treadmill for 10 minutes at a 3 mile per hour pace, no incline pre-workout. I'm just getting the blood flowing. I'm gonna do some band pull-aparts to start things off. I am almost 40 years old, and one thing I will tell you is as I've added the years and the time to my training experience, because I've been training since I was 15 consistently. I actually started lifting way before that. But what I've noticed is that if I don't warm up my upper back, especially my neck, and really get the blood in that area, then I am prone to pulling my trap muscle. Probably because I sleep like a moron sometimes and my pillow is in weird positions, and sometimes I'm just stressed with life, you know, as we all are. But warming up will save you a ton of literal headache, right? The headache of having a back that is pulled and not feeling great. So we're just gonna do a couple sets here, band pull aparts. You can speed this up if you wanna watch faster so you get to the other stuff, or you can just follow along and take this with you to the gym. But this is gonna be the perfect workout for your lats, your traps, and your biceps. Ugh. I like the overhead band pull apart a ton. This really opens up that upper back and traps. Oh man, all right. We are just about ready to start with exercise number 1. All right, so we are starting out with the hardest workout, the hardest exercise, I should say, in the whole routine, for me at least. This is gonna be pull-ups. We're doing wide grip pull-ups. I'm weighing about 215 right now. So we're just gonna do a couple sets. I like to do a set just to feel it. So just a couple reps, I'm not going to failure. Maybe 2 sets depending on how my body feels. And then we're gonna get into the working sets. If you can't do pull-ups, that's okay. Understand that this is just a pull down motion. So you can use a lat pull down instead of the pull up, or you can even do a TRX and pull yourself up to the TRX. But I'm doing pull-ups, so we're gonna knock this sucker out right now. Just getting a little warm up. Feel the back. Oh man. And I'll be honest, like sometimes I like doing lat pull downs a lot on the cable machine. It's a great exercise. No shame in my game. If I'm not feeling up to it when it comes to pull-ups, I'll knock out some lat pull downs. For me, the real name of the game here is getting stronger over time. And at a bare minimum, taking 1 or 2 sets to failure. And honestly, I don't like to waste too much energy with too many warm-up sets. I like to get to my working sets as soon as I can without putting myself at risk for injury. So we just did a few reps just to get the blood flowing. Feeling pretty good. So we're just gonna jump into our first working set here. Oh man. Whew. Now, as I get lighter during the summer months where I tend to cut down from, we'll call it 14, 15% body fat, I cut down to 10% body fat for the summer, maybe a little bit leaner if I have photo shoots or anything like that coming up. But my pull-ups will get easier because I'm weighing less. I'll be 207, 208 in the summer. So I might add 25 pounds or so to my pull-ups just to make it challenging enough and get stronger. Pull-ups are amazing. They're tough, I'm not gonna lie. One thing I will say is rest time between sets. I do not rush my rest time. I wanna get my rest time to the point where I feel ready to go for my next set. Usually for me, it's anywhere from 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. Sometimes longer though. If I'm just not feeling it, if I'm not ready to go, then I will rest as long as it takes. I don't wanna sabotage my gains muscle-wise for less rest. I know you're trying to get in and out of the gym. I feel you. I'm right there with you. So that's why I don't do a ton of exercises. I do the ones that are actually going to work and give me the results that I need. So this is our second working set. We'll see how this one goes. This might be our last working set. So you don't need tons of sets, guys. If you're taking them to failure and you're getting stronger over time, you don't need a ton of sets. Ooh, man. That's our last working set. All right, let's go to the next exercise. Okay, exercise number 2, one of my favorite horizontal rows, which is the incline bench dumbbell row, okay? We're gonna do a warm-up set just to kick things off. Now I'm in my home gym, and so I'm trying to show you guys things that you can do anywhere. This is just a warm-up set. Just doing a warm-up set here to start things off. We're probably gonna do 2 working sets. We're gonna start with a heavier set, do 4 to 6 reps, and then we'll do a back off set of 8 to 10. Feeling pretty strong. Yeah, I think that's good. We might only need 1 warm-up set with this one, but I like to train heavy. Muscle is not gonna be built as effectively, in my opinion at least, doing super high reps, 15, 20 reps. It's not saying you can't, it's really hard to achieve failure at those higher reps. Muscular endurance starts to become a huge factor. And I'm not here to do muscular endurance, I'm here to build muscle, size and strength while maintaining low body fat. All right, first working set. Let's go ahead and knock this one out. Oh yeah, all right. Oh man. All right, we'll do one more. Do a little, actually, I think I'm gonna stay here with this weight. I'm not gonna do a back off set. That one felt good. I wanna stick in that 4 to 6 rep range for this one. Just feeling strong, so wanna maximize time doing this one. Let's talk about why this is the perfect back, traps, and bicep workout. So first of all, I like simple, okay? Simple is really good. Simple meaning a movement that's gonna hit the vertical pull, okay? So we did the pull down or the pull up in this case. We got a horizontal row, which you could do a cable row too if you have access to that. I just like the dumbbell row. I don't like doing 1-arm dumbbell rows with no chest support because I find that I use momentum way too much. And then we're gonna move into some traps and biceps here, but despite the back being a huge muscle group, it's actually trained with very simple protocols. You get the width stuff, which is actually what we're training here. We're training the lats with this dumbbell row. We trained the upper back, the big muscles that kind of sit on your, upper trap, upper back area that really pop from behind. With the pull-up, we still hit some biceps with the pull-up and we're hitting biceps here. The traps are also getting used, especially on the pull-up, but we're gonna directly target the traps, which the trap runs from, your ears basically down to the center of your back. It's like a diamond shape muscle. And so we're gonna hit that, and then we'll do my favorite bicep exercises. We're gonna throw in some rear delts too, because the back of the shoulder really adds to the back development. When you have a well-developed back of your shoulder, it makes your back and your V-taper really stand out. So anyway, we're moving along here. Let's do one more working set here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, man. All right, got the 6 reps with the failure. Whew. All right. Whew. Okay, let's move into some traps. Okay, we are going to actually use the trap bar to do some traps. Now, we're just doing shrugs with the trap bar. Okay, if you don't have a trap bar, you can use dumbbells. I like this by your side neutral grip, and we're just driving straight up. Show you how this looks from the side. We're gonna warm these traps up because, like I told you, I'm prone to neck and upper back strains. Okay. So I get asked all the time about how to build bigger traps. What actually worked well for me was, for many years I had small traps, similar to my chest development that I was lacking for many years. And what ended up doing the trick for me was hitting my traps on a more frequent basis for a period of time. I think there was a stretch where I trained traps 3 or 4 times a week. Nothing crazy volume-wise, but just a couple sets at the end of my workout, heavy, because I was determined to have traps like Goldberg. If you remember the wrestler Goldberg, he had the best traps ever. Now, he was taking a ton of anabolic steroids, which cause your traps to actually grow a little faster. The receptors in the traps are pretty sensitive. So I don't have Goldberg traps, but putting such an emphasis on traps for so long led to some pretty awesome trap development. Nowadays, people are like, oh, how do you get your traps? I'm like, dude, I train just like I did with my chest. I hit my chest a few times a week for a couple years, and I forced it to grow. Now, I wouldn't say you have to do it that way, but I'd say hit your traps twice a week if you don't have traps that you're proud of and you want bigger ones. Train them twice a week, or train them with a little bit extra volume for a period of time, and you'll find that they grow. I'm not gonna do a ton of volume on traps today. That's gonna be my only working set. They feel pretty good after doing the pull-ups, the rows. I don't need a ton of volume now for traps. They do well with 1 or 2 working sets for me, 8 to 10 reps, okay? So let's move on. We're actually gonna do some rear delts first, then we'll do some biceps. And we're flying through this thing, man. I tell you, you guys don't need a ton of time in the gym to get the perfect workout. It's shocking sometimes how incredible short and effective workouts can be. Okay, now we're gonna hit some rear delts. I love the rear delt machine fly. I don't have a machine fly here at home, but when I'm in the gym, I do love it. At home, I like the seated rear delt dumbbell fly. And the big thing here is we wanna try to reach out to the side with our pinky and just use the back of our shoulder. Don't turn this into a row with the dumbbell. So it's here. Keep that upper body nice and stable. Whew, man. The rear delt really makes things pop from the back. So you can see my shoulder development is pretty gnarly, dude. Been training shoulders the right way for many, many years. Started as a baseball player and just kept going from there, keeping my shoulders healthy. So I have a strong mind muscle connection to my shoulders. So shoulder development is definitely not lacking. Probably could train them and get even stronger and bigger if I decided to, but big thing for me is just having a well-balanced shoulder muscle. So we might actually do 2 or 3 here. Let's see. For the reps on the rear delt, once again, you can go heavy with these. Just be careful with form. Don't sacrifice form for weight. I still like that 8 to 10 rep range. Sometimes I might go to 12, but on back day, you know, my rear delts get pretty smashed on the main back exercises too. So don't need to go heavy, or you want to go heavy, but you want to just hit the failure hit failure at the rep range that we have set. In this case, 8 to 10 reps. 6, 7, 8. Oh, woo. Man, feels good. All right, now we're gonna hit some biceps. We're starting, and it may only do one, but we're starting with your standard one-arm dumbbell curl. I know it's not some crazy complicated fancy exercise, but man, it's hard to beat this one for bicep development. Been doing these since I was 14, man. I'm gonna aim for 8 to each arm. Sometimes I lose count. I don't know where I am, but oh man. Whew. I think that was 8 each. Could be wrong. Okay, so biceps, we lengthen the muscle and then we shorten the muscle squeezing it, right? I tore my bicep, not actually training biceps. I tore my bicep in a Spartan race, slipping on a monkey bar, or slipping on a ring, trying to swing from one ring to the next. Terrible accident, totally sucked. Learned my lesson. And now I don't really train my biceps in compromised positions. So I don't like doing the preacher curls on a bench. I don't like doing preacher curls with dumbbells either. Just puts that end of range of motion spot in a weird place, susceptible to hurting it again. So I'll do standing dumbbell curls. Sometimes I'll do easy bar curls. Sometimes I'll do concentration curls with my arm set up on my leg. But for the most part, it's standing dumbbell curls, hammer curls, cable curls. And for me, that's just what works. If you want to do preacher curls, be my guest. I'm not saying don't do it, but I just find that I really don't need to. Hit failure a little sooner than I wanted to. Anyway, now these are workouts that work really well for me. I've been coaching guys in our online fitness coaching community, the True Transformation Program, for the better part of 15 years. Before that, I was in the gym training people hands-on for 5 years, okay? So workouts have to be designed specifically for you if you want them to be as effective as possible. So 2 things I have for you. One is, if you want to get a copy of my top 100 10-minute workouts that will only take you 10 minutes to do because you might be short on time, comment workouts below this video. If you're interested in learning more about how we can actually build out a custom program for you based off your goals, your body, your injury history, what you like training, where you train, how many days a week you can train, then check out the links in the description of this video or in the first comment below this video. At the end of the day, this workout is built for me. I typically train push-pull legs and then I start over. And that's just my split that does really well with my schedule. And these are exercises that I have a strong mind to muscle connection. But for you, we might need to change things up. We might need to change the variety, change the order of exercises. Like there's a lot of things that we can do to make sure that your program is especially dialed in for you, okay? There's a ton of cookie cutter stuff out there. I hope this video gives you a starting point. I actually put together a whole week of workouts so you can see how to build out a whole week plan. I would watch that video next. I'll put it up here so you can go check that out next. Go check that video out, map out your whole week of workouts, and I'll see you on that video. Talk to you soon. Life moves fast. Make it count.